Hey everyone, welcome back to Redbanditracing. Welcome back to the channel. It's going to be a little bit noisy. The park is actually really busy today. As you can see, the sun is finally out and there's no rain. So we're going to go ahead and do the much awaited HOSS versus Stampede. This is the BL-2S that we converted to a VXL. It's actually another car over there racing around. I think it's a Stampede. But we're going to verse it against the HOSS. I know everyone's been waiting on this, and we're going to go over some of the similarities and the differences real quick. All right, so as you can see, they both have sledgehammer tires. These are actually the same body. They are universal. You can switch them. Let's go ahead and take these bodies off. This one should be a little easier to take off because this one has been demolished. So as you can see the difference right off the bat. The Stampede BL2 comes with the HD kit. They both come with Ultra Shocks, but what James did, he actually took his GTRs off of his slab. So he's running the GTRs. We will be putting GTRs on there later down the road. This does have the 540 XL velenion motor, whereas I went ahead and converted this one to the 3500 velenion motor. Now with the extreme heavy duty kit, you're gonna get the heavy duty shock towers, hubs, C-hubs. You're gonna get the extreme heavy duty drive shafts. And with the standard, you just get the regular heavy duty, which, you know, it works okay to a point, but they do break very easily. Now on the BL-2S, I went ahead and put in, if you can see it, I did put in an aluminum drive shaft. I did have to put a brand new drive hub in the front in order to make that work. Both, by the way, do have the 2075 servo. All right, the HOSS is going to be running the stock gear ratio. The Stampede is going to be running the 54 tooth spur, and I dropped the pinion down from an 11 tooth to a 9 just to keep the temps down, which should give it some good acceleration. All right, so they both share the same chassis. They both come stock with the Ultra Shocks, but like I said, the HOSS, we went ahead and put the GTRs on. Same tires, same battery tray, same receiver case. I mean, everything's pretty much the same. We did not put a wheelie bar on the Stampede. I kind of like without the wheelie bar. It looks kind of cool. As far as the diff goes, it's the same diffs. Now the HOSS does come with a center diff, whereas the Stampede does come with a slipper clutch, which I really don't mind, because with the slipper clutch, I can actually loosen that slipper clutch up and it handles racing a little bit better. Now if I want to go out bash hit the ramp, I'll just tighten the slipper clutch all the way and I'll get insane rotation out of this. As for the Stampede, we did run through a couple battery packs just to kind of messing around. I did end up breaking a rear link, but we went ahead and upgraded all the links to the metal turnbuckles. And the center drive shaft, like you saw in the last video, we did snap it, so we did put the aluminum one in. And the rear diff, I blew the rear diff up. The rear diff, went ahead and put a brand new rear diff in it. All the spider gears got torn to shreds. So that's been changed. That's the first time I've ever blown up a diff. Now, as far as prices go, the Stampede is $330, where the HOSS is $430. So with the Stampede, to get it to the level of the HOSS, you're gonna have to buy the VXL system. That's about $130. You're gonna have to add the TSM. That's another $40. And then you're gonna have to buy the metal links. You're talking about maybe 20 bucks, and then the center drive shaft and the drive hub. That's another $15. You're gonna be somewhere around the ballpark of $564 to $570. It really just depends on obviously the parts that you install. But now the HOSS is, like I said, $430. Now to get the extreme heavy duty kit like the Stampede has, that's about $120. So that brings the total up around $550. So you're talking a difference of $20 to these two cars when you're all said and done. And they are damn near identical. I still don't know why Traxxas came out with this when you can do some simple upgrades to get it to this level. Now I could have put the 540 in the Stampede, but what I wanted to do, especially for the versus between these two, this is the stock motor. So for the stock upgrade for the Stampede was the velenion 3500. So that's what we're gonna run today. This does have a 9-tooth pinion, like I said. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna literally go head to head with these. We're not gonna compare them. We are gonna race them, we're gonna bash them, do some tricks, and we're gonna let you guys decide which one's better. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run around the bags, run around the grass, and just look at the stability of both cars and how they handle.
I do notice HOSS does have a lot of speed, but it seems like the HOSS does have the best weight distribution, because it does seem the front end goes deep into a turn and then it pops back out. So it's not the most stable doing turns. It can't hold the best drifts like other cars like the Max or Sledge.
But you know what? The Stampede does the same thing. It gets that front end wobble.
Yep.
Okay.
It can hold those 2 wheels, but the problem is it does get on 2 wheels.
Yeah, I think they should have distributed the weight a little bit better. Maybe just a little bit more weight in the front.
You can see that front end always goes sideways and then brought back in by the rear.
Yeah, and that right front tire doesn't look good. Watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bead's coming undone.
But also, he is doing some pretty sharp turns and it's not flipping over. So that is pretty good stabilization while going on the bike.
Oh, definitely. That's not bad. Not bad. Ooh, nice jump. Let's see how it does in the grass.
Like all light cars, like Haas, Rustler, it does bounce up and down the grass. But since it is a monster truck, it will go straight through. It does not lose that much speed going through the grass.
Yeah, it does pretty good.
It's not flipping over as much as I thought it would.
And you know what? The Haas with those shocks, it is a little bit lower than the Stampede.
Bicycle.
It's
Perfect wheelie.
Oh, damn, that's good.
All right, next up, Stampede. It is louder. It does have the lowest pinion of the 2. It has a 9-tooth. And Haas has a 540 XL motor, and the 540 is definitely better at that acceleration and low power, while the 3500 and the Stampede is more meant for speed runs, because it was in the Bandit, if you guys saw that video. Ooh, smooth out. I do notice it turns very similar to the Haas. That front end seems to go deep, but then it pushes back out from the front. Has the same weight distribution as the Haas. I think the 35-tooth, no, not the 35-tooth, the 3500 motor with a 9-tooth does seem to fit it pretty well. Has high speed. Not sure about the acceleration because we will be doing a drag race later to check that. Going on grass. Yeah. Something I did notice, the grass cut speed down a lot.
Oh yeah.
The Haas wasn't affected by the grass that much. Yeah, it does lose a lot of speed in the grass. It's just as bouncy as the Haas though.
Yeah. I feel like it handles a little bit better than the Haas did, just from looking at it, but it also might be the driver.
All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna race and we're gonna go head to head and we're gonna run 3 laps. And we're gonna see which one can round the bags the quickest.
3, 2, 1, go! Off to a pretty even start. Ooh, squirrely by the Stampede. He cuts in front of the bag, but we're gonna keep going anyway. Haas is keeping up slightly. Really sharp turns, both taking really well. 2 good turns. Haas takes the lead. Ooh, on 3 wheels for the Stampede. Haas is doing really well. Ooh, kind of cuts in front of the bag, but that makes up for it. Stampede goes. Really good turn by the Stampede. Haas is going in front. This is going to come down to the last turn. Stampede takes it sharper. Ooh. There were 3 lead changes in the last 20 seconds of that race.
All right, so that was really close. I made some really bad mistakes towards the end there. The Stampede with that 3500's got some great acceleration. You guys saw how it could pull really fast. Whereas the Haas, it didn't have that much speed on the straightaways, but when it went through the grass, it's got so much more power with that 540 XL motor. So that was extremely close. I really can't tell you the clear winner on that one. It'll be up to you guys. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of drag racing through the baseball field into the grass and see which one has better acceleration.
All right, so for the next matchup, this is a drag race. They're back at home plate. They'll be drag racing to this grass line. On dirt, I would say the 3500 is gonna have an easier time, but we are also going to do this on grass in the next one, and the 540 is gonna have a much easier time on that one. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here. Wheelie by the Haas, Stampede. Stampede definitely takes the win. Haas with a really impressive wheelie. We're gonna do this again. Now the reason why the Haas wheelies is because it has that more low-end power since with the 540 XL motor. So it's a little bit more effort to keep the wheelie down. 3, 2, 1, go. Both off to a really even start. Stampede wins. Round 2, we're gonna start in the grass. Hoss is gonna have the advantage in this one. 3, 2, 1, go. Another wheel by Hoss, but he keeps it down. It's close. Stampede wins. The Stampede does get the win, but we're gonna do this one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. We're chasing each other down. Oh, this is gonna be close. Nope, Stampede takes it.
All right, so going from the dirt to grass, the Stampede definitely had more acceleration. Now going from grass to dirt, I expected the Hoss to do a little bit better because it's got a little bit more power. That actually wasn't the case, guys. The Stampede not only hung in there, but it beat the Hoss. It actually beat the Hoss twice. They got a lot of grip, and not having a wheelie bar doesn't help, but this thing had a lot of grip. I probably could have loosened the slipper clutch a little bit to help me out, but I'm gonna leave it just the way it is. All right, so now we're gonna hit the ramp. We're gonna start off with a couple of jumps. See, we do a couple of tricks off the ramp, and then we'll work our way to some back flips, maybe some front flips, and maybe a special trick. So we'll see how these two compete against each other.
So we're gonna start off with some small air, see how they just go off the ramp. I don't know if it was how they accelerated, but the Hoss seems to do a lot better. There it goes. Those were mirror jumps. They seem to jump very similar. Bit of a maverick. Yeah, they're mirrored. Ooh. I think he broke a little bit too hard. All right, now we're gonna do some backflips, some bigger air. Stampede's up first. There it is. Easy backflip. Now the Hoss. Another easy backflip. Oh, landing not as smooth. It is a bit lower to the ground. I think his G-Charge shots are a bit light. He flipped aside. It is a really narrow ramp. Yeah, these two cars have very good rotation.
All right, so the Hoss is broken. It broke the inner axle, which I'm surprised because normally it's the outer axle, but it did break the inner. As far as the durability goes, it did not meet the challenge.
As expected, the Stampede was the more durable car. Comes with the extreme heavy duty kit. That was a pretty good backflip. I think the biggest factor into these two cars right now is that extreme heavy duty kit, and that's what we saw. Front flip. That was close. That was close. So as I was saying, the only difference really in these cars is that extreme heavy duty kit. Oh.
No, that's that extra camber. that's not broken, guys. Oh my God, that is a brand new link. All right, so I went ahead and replaced the link. I did have an end. Now, this is not a common break. I have broken, shoot. We have broken how many links?
4.
Maybe 4? 4.
All of our cars.
Out of 12 cars, we've only broken like 4 links. We have not broken a lot. That's really uncommon. I'm really surprised. That's brand new, guys. I put that on today. So I got a new end put on. This one's ready to go. As far as the Hoss, that's not uncommon. Those heavy duty axles are known to snap. They just snap. I do like the extreme heavy duty, but even these have some problems sometimes. But that is a very common problem for the Hoss. You guys got to deduct a point for that. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue the jumps and let's see what happens.
All right, both cars are running again. We are going to continue with some backflips. All right, let's continue. Ooh, tough nosedive to start. 2 decent backflips, but that nosedive is rough. Front flip, ooh. Land on its side. That was a good landing. Nice backflip. They are bouncing on the landing. He did a full, that was a backflip, nice somersault. Nice backflip, but nosedives. Backflip. Tandem backflips. Ooh, Stampede, 6th landing, Hoss doesn't. Well, the Stampede had the win with the landing, but decided to flip itself over off the Hoss. Front flip almost gets it. Hoss misses the ramp. Wondering how it got here so fast. Ooh, does not get the landing. Stampede for power. No, not for power. For flip. Ooh, the nosedive. It's getting the front flip, but it's not getting itself back up in time. Stampede. Flip. Good save. Cartwheel save. Hard to do. Front flip. Ooh. Nope. Stampede. Front flip. Perfect. See what he's trying to do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hoss's turn. Oh, does not get it. Need to be perfectly lined up. You need to go off backwards. And the second you leave the ramp, you need to gas it fast. You did not do what I should have said. Ooh, it's a save. I mean, he did land on his front wheels. That's pretty good. So I think the Hoss, if it gets the extreme heavy duty kit, it will fix that axle snap problem. It'll be out.
That was so much cooler.
Saves it. No, it's not back foot. On the tires. There he goes.
All right, so my final thoughts on these two cars. It's really hard because I don't understand why these two cars are even out. So it's really hard to judge this. As far as speed goes, I'm gonna give it to the Stampede because that 3500 motor, it's faster. But going through the grass, I expected the Hoss to be faster because it's got that 540 XL motor. It wasn't. The Stampede still beat it. I had to do some upgrades to the Stampede so it didn't break, and it did a lot better. The Hoss did break an axle, but that's common. Those heavy duty axles don't last. The Rustler has gone through dozens of them in a weekend. It's just the way that it is. You got to put the extreme heavy duty kit on it. They have the same tires, they have the same chassis, they have the same body. I don't understand why they're out. I mean, if you're gonna come out the Stampede 4x4 BL-2S, you might as well delete the Hoss and just offer the upgrades to the Stampede and put the 540 in it. I don't understand why the Hoss hasn't got the upgrade with the extreme heavy duty kit, or at least a V2 by now. It should if they're gonna do this to the Stampede. So for me, it's really hard to judge these two. I know a lot of you Hoss fans really love your Hoss, but I don't believe in the Hoss. I just don't believe in the Hoss anymore. Because I don't understand why the Stampede came out. And the Stampede is a much older model. This is the new platform for the, I can't even say it's a new platform, guys, because it's the Hoss. So that's why it's really hard to judge these two cars. So you guys are gonna have to pick who won in this because I just don't know. Let's see what Will has to say about this.
The Stampede BL-2S is pretty much a Hoss with a weaker motor and the HD kit. The Hoss is a upgraded Stampede BL-2S without the HD kit for a motor upgrade. But the thing is, with the price range, if you want to put an HD kit on your Hoss, you're at the price of a Max. And at that point, no one is gonna take a Hoss over a Max, so that's another thing you have to weigh in. But once you put the 3500 in the Stampede, now it is a Hoss. And you get the HD kit. So that's like another thing that if you want to upgrade your Stampede, you get the Hoss. If you want to upgrade your Hoss, you get the Max. So I don't know why these two cars are existing at the same time. I don't know why. I know Traxxas wanted to make BL-2S. I think the BL-2S entire lineup was really good. I like the Stampede 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive because those work well with the other higher end slashes. The Rustler, it kind of works, but the Rustler 4X4 VXL is arguably better And once you get the HE kit on that Rustler, it's fine. You do not need to buy the Rustler BL-2S. But with the Stampede, it has the Haas and the Max. But both are different cars in two different categories that are levels beyond. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. The Stampede is just in a weird spot in between these two cars. And it's not really in between the two cars. It is parallel to the Haas and underneath the Max. And like we said in the intro, once you add all these upgrades together, they both equal around $540, and that's the price of a Max. So both these cars maxed out is just a weaker Max at the end of the day. If you guys like these two cars, you can like these two cars, but you can't be biased towards one another because you are practically running the same car. There's only difference is whatever motor you decide to put in it. And for people who say the Haas is better than the Max, the Stampede, if people start saying the Stampede is better than the Max, we might just have to have another Max versus Stampede or another Max versus Haas where it's no longer versus, it's just see which car can run each other off the cliff. So comment what car you guys have, comment what car you guys like better in the video, what do you guys think did better overall. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.